All right. You remember this one?
Yeah.
You remember this lady? This lady told her son to kill her.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what we didn't. Here's what wasn't in the national news.
Your old son have been dropped.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my grandma, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
How the fuck he just told you?
The man later
back
died from his injuries. A state attorney's office says they moved to dismiss the charges due to emerging evidence. Murder charges against a mother and her 14-year-old son have been dropped.
First thing, like we talked about when this thing first came out, that part of the video was circulating on YouTube. They wasn't showing that part of the video on the news.
Which part they wasn't showing?
When he jumped on her.
Not at the beginning.
No, not at the beginning. All they said was, black mother, son arrested for murder. That's it. Okay.
Her son shot the guy who punched
Yeah,
her
she
mother.
told mother orders son to kill man. And it's like, hold on. And they didn't tell that part of the story. They immediately
all that.
they arrested him.
I mean, technically, she didn't tell him to kill him. She just said, get the gun.
Okay, and so she was a legal gun carrier. She had a right to carry that gun. Her son is in her care. She had a right to tell him to obey his mother, go get my gun. And in defense of his mother, he had a right to kill that man.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Right, but they didn't. We saying yeah. Okay, but this all of this here, that video came out. All that they had all that at the same time. Okay, but they didn't stop and say, we're gonna use some discretion here. We're not about to put this lady and her son in jail. Okay. They listened. Everybody that was sitting there that ran out, they interviewed every last one of them. And every last one of them, they took to the side by themselves, took down police station, and told them, man, this what happened. And they could have made, they didn't, but and now the other part about the media, this was this video was broadcast, not the part about her getting jumped on, was broadcast, black mother and son arrested. But what wasn't plastered all over the news is charges dropped against mother and son. You ain't heard that. You know that part.
It was plastered over the news.
This?
What news you seen?
When the charges were dropped?
Yeah.
No.
That's why Irvin,
Yeah, it
Irvin,
was. That shit was all
So-
over the news. Even when her son got out of jail, she was right there. Her,
But this is what I'm saying.
It was on there, on social media.
oh, it
He
went
said
over the
the
news.
I'm talking about the
On
news.
the news, too.
So here's what I'm saying, right? They play that over and over and over and over and over. Why them being exonerated didn't get the same play over and over and over and over.
Michael Irvin got charged with rape. It was with the Dallas Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
He said, you put that on a headline, but when they find out that she's lying, I want just as big a headline.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
Never happened. So
30 years ago.
that's what I want to talk about. I'm glad that they finally dropped the charges, but months? You telling me it took months? So look at the video. Okay. Let me send this to my supervisor. I can't make this decision. The supervisor looks at the video. Oh, shoot. All right. We're going to have to do a little more investigation before we decide to.
Well, what part of the video you think they was watching to make them decisions that they made at the beginning?
They just were watching one part, and I think that in that case right there, in that specific case right there, it was because it was in the inner city, what we know as the hood. They just took a different route. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but this is also the thing that I believe that they should be doing with police officers. You see how they filed charges, went to jail, and all right, once we find out that the charges is no good, we'll let them go. Charges drop. Police officers, they do something. If it look criminal, because if I do something look criminal, they're gonna charge me and let it process. If it look criminal, we know you police officer, we're not gonna take your badge. So I'm gonna take your badge. But you're gonna sit down, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna get the case number, you're gonna get the mug shot, and you're gonna sit on down like everybody else. You're gonna risk possibly losing your job like every other citizen, because you ain't at work. And then we'll go from there. And if you get exonerated, get your badge back and go on patrol. But with us and with people like that who are obviously defending themselves,